Hey everybody, Craig DeLuz here with the Firearms Policy Coalition. We are live in Las Vegas, Nevada at SHOT Show 2019. Good time is being had by all. A lot of good business is getting done as well. With me, we have the editor of Concealed Carry Magazine, Mr. Kevin Michalowski. It took me a lot of practice to make sure that I pronounced that correctly.
You did great, Craig. Thank you very much.
Excellent.
Appreciate it.
Excellent. So tell us a little bit about the magazine.
Concealed Carry Magazine is the publication, the flagship publication of the United States Concealed Carry Association. And the USCCA provides education, training, and legal protection for responsibly armed Americans. So we go out to about 320,000 people 8 times a year. The magazine is bi-quarterly. And we cover every element of the concealed carry lifestyle. That's the way we look at it. We education, training, and the legal aftermath. We want to tell people what exactly is going to happen if you're carrying a gun.
Right. So it's interesting that you call it the concealed carry lifestyle. Tell me a little bit more about that.
When I shouldn't take too much credit for it, but I kind of coined that phrase a couple of years ago when I was arguing with someone on the internet. You know, it's around the holiday season. You don't have anything better to do. Just argue. Arguing on the internet. Okay. And the concealed carry lifestyle, it is a lifestyle. What we do. If you carry a gun every day, you don't just put that gun on your hip and walk around. You have to be totally immersed in what you're doing because it is your responsibility to do everything correctly. So we want someone to be involved in that lifestyle. We want them to know how to use their gun. Obviously, that's the base element of what you're talking about. But we also want them to know about the laws, the rules, the regulations, the morals, the ethics, everything that goes into carrying a gun that you might possibly use one day for self-defense.
You know, and that's important because it's not just important enough to know how to shoot your gun.
Right.
It's important to know the laws.
Right. In
the various different states, or in some cases, the various different localities, counties, and cities in which you might be. So I imagine, covering that aspect of it alone must keep you pretty busy.
Yeah, and that's we actually hired a full-time person just to cover state laws and put together a USCCA.com/laws page, which has a reciprocity map and an overview of all the state laws. And we found out sometimes they change so quickly that we have to make sure that she's on top of that. She's researching every single day. And the term we use is, check your local listings, see what's going on around you and any place where you're going. Because truly right now, the patchwork of laws we have in the country, you can go from being legally armed to being a criminal, sometimes a felon, just by crossing a state line or just by crossing into another jurisdiction. And if you don't know where you are and what the laws are, you can be in some really serious trouble.
I'll give you an interesting question. I'll give you an interesting part to that. So I'm in California, and in California, in the city of San Francisco, they've banned certain types of hollow point ammunition.
Yeah.
Well, here it is. Now, mind you, I'm a lobbyist in the state of California, and I'm like scrambling because I'm like, okay, now which type of ammo exactly was it that they banned? So which type of, and where can I find it? And all of that stuff is so complicated, even for people who do this for a living.
Yeah, absolutely.
So imagine trying to be just John Q. Citizen, trying to make sure that you are in compliance with the law. Because, for the most part, most of the people who are getting their concealed carry licenses, they're doing so because they care about the law and they're interested. They want to do the right thing and be law-abiding.
Yeah, and the term we use is responsibly armed American. And for the responsibly armed American, it is a constant chase to make sure that we are legal in what we're doing. I tell people all the time, the problem you're going to have if you're involved in a gunfight is that if the bad guy isn't dead, he's going to run away. And you're going to be the one left standing there, and it's so much easier for the police to investigate when there's someone standing there getting ready to answer questions. And we're good, honest people. We want to be helpful, but still, if you're talking to a police officer, you know what? Get an attorney before you talk to that cop, because anything you say can and will be used against you.
Oh, most definitely. So, what are some, I imagine, so then when you guys get articles and things like that, what are some of the things that people are always asking you guys to write about? Any specific topics or things from any particular areas of geographical areas or cities or counties?
Not so much geography, because we have members all over the country, but what we get, and if I boil it down to the base elements, is when can I shoot somebody? What's going to happen to me after I shoot somebody? And those are the questions. But we need to guide that conversation for them, because first and foremost, the average gun owner in America thinks he's always going to win the fight.
Right.
He might not, So we talk about things like first aid kits and other stuff and self-care and treatment like that. But this idea of deadly force decision making, when you are allowed to legally employ deadly force, is the most important element, because if you pull out your gun when you don't have the legal right to do so, you are going to be in a world of hurt, because again, you're probably still going to be waiting there when the police arrive. So those are the elements that we talk to people about, is when you can shoot and what's going to happen afterwards.
And there's also a distinction sometimes between when you are allowed to shoot and when you should shoot.
Right. And we say that the best fight is the one that you're not in. So things like
you can't lose that gunfight.
Yeah. Things like castle doctrine and stand your ground laws and stuff like that. They're wonderful. Great laws for the law-abiding gun owner, but you know what? Don't make your minimums your maximum kind of thing.
Right.
Just because you are legally allowed to shoot somebody, don't go ahead and do that. If you can get out of there without being involved in a fight, that 3-second gunfight is going to last for the rest of your life. You're going to have that with you. Not only, the 2 or 3 or 4 year legal battle, but for the rest of your life, you might be second guessing yourself, or at least understanding that this was a traumatic incident and it's something you're going to remember.
Excellent. Is any of your articles and stuff you guys write, is any of it available online?
Yeah, we have USCCA.com. We have the USCCA app is out there, and you can sign up at USCCA.com for a ton of free training materials and free information that we put out that way. And members get the magazine as part of their membership, or you can subscribe to the magazine. But what we're finding out now is about 85% of the people who get the magazine, the first day they have it, they join the USCCA.
So save yourself some money.
Yeah, there you go. Just get it done right away.
Thank you so much for joining us, and thank you for all that you guys do.
I appreciate it, Craig. Thanks for having me.
Excellent. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Kevin Michalowski, the editor-in-chief of Concealed Carry Magazine. I gotta get better caffeine. Anyway, you guys take care, and we'll be back with more interviews and commentary and fun stuff from SHOT Show 2019.
If you like our videos, follow, subscribe, like, and share.